Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for joining me again. I've never been real big on asking for help. It's not a thing of mine, but I'm kind of at that point now where I ain't got nothing else left. I mean, just fighting through a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna start asking for help. And the only help I really need is helping me get this idea that I have out, and it's mental and emotional literacy. I'm using it through acting techniques because I mean, if we're at the point where we're teaching actors how to use real emotions in imaginary circumstances, if we're teaching actors how to build a real working mindset for use on the stage, I'm just asking the question, why are we working so much harder to build imaginary people than real people? You know, I mean, if we can teach actors how to use real emotions with these skills, why aren't we teaching it to elementary school kids before they go into adolescence, to see how they can control themselves emotionally and psychologically the same way? We can teach them how to build their mindset and build multiple mindsets, build multiple different versions of yourself. So you're now in a position to adjust yourself or adapt yourself to the environment or the circumstances instead of being in a place where there's only one version of you and you have to force the environment or the circumstances to work for you. Because I think creating a more adaptable human being is far more advantageous than what we're doing now, where we're trying to all find our best self. Because the reality is, it doesn't matter what your best self is. There's no best version of anyone that will be good enough to fit every circumstance or environment. So, what I'm talking about essentially is hyper code switching. So we're changing ourselves. Well, first you build yourselves. So you build these different versions. It's kind of like if you were going to the beach, you wouldn't wear a tuxedo to the beach unless it's like a wedding or something. So why are we going through life using the same version of ourselves in every circumstance? If we get in here, use these tools and techniques, especially at a young age, and teach us how to be more adaptable, it'll make us more resilient in life. And it has. I mean, it's worked for me, but I did it a different way. I didn't do it this way growing up. I went through a different path, which was a lot more, I guess, less safe for me. But it wasn't until I was an adult that I really came across this idea. So now that I came across it, all I've been trying to do is get it out there. But I'm just hitting stonewall after stonewall after stonewall, and I just can't get people to listen to me in mass. But everybody that I talk to about this, not one person yet has been able to prove me wrong. God, I wish somebody could prove me wrong. If someone could prove me wrong, I can just freaking crush this idea, self-sacrifice from this world, and just be done. Because I am not in any way, shape, or form in a healthy place, and I'm done living like this, man. I'm done surviving when I have something that's actually worth offering. It's just nobody cares about me. I ain't saying this to be a sob story. I don't care about a sob. This ain't even about me. This is about all of us. I mean, we're living in a freaking country right now where we're tearing each other apart, listening to people who have money and influence who are generally just trying to get us to follow their path. I'm saying, no, man, plow your own road with this. But it's like at the same time, I feel like I wasted so much of my life because I should have used these tools and techniques for myself and been selfish and just made something for myself. But I kept following this idea or this, I don't know, this freaking calling inside of me that told me just to go down this path and find these things that I have found. It'd be one thing if I didn't find nothing, but it's like I have all these answers. And anybody I've debated on this subject, even people who thought I was a fool or called me a clown in the beginning, by the time I unpacked it all, man, none of them told me I was wrong. But at the same time, none of them had a position to really help me get my voice out. So that's the only thing I'm asking for is to help me get this message out. I'm going to start, I've been meaning to do it for a while, but again, I've been fighting so hard with my jobs and stuff like that where I wasn't able to actually put it down on my website. But I'm gonna focus on that now that I don't have a job. I'm trying to find one, but man, can't even find a job in this market, and it's killing me. Or not one that'll pay me enough to live. I'm tired of surviving, man. It's just been hell. It'd be one thing if I was just a selfish prick looking out for myself, but I bought that lie growing up that if you do good and take care of others, good will come to you, and it just never did, man. It's always just been usury. That's the only thing I've ever known. And like I said, my tattoo says Chia Ku. It's Chinese Mandarin for eat bitterness. Because that's where I've been put in life. It's just this bitterness down in my soul because I can't seem to get ahead, and no matter how hard I try. But this is kind of like my last SOS to the world. I'm going to try to put this stuff out here on my website as best I can and see what happens. At the very least, after I'm gone, hopefully it'll be up there long enough to someone else can see it and someone else can take it and run with it, because I don't know, man. I'm exhausted with this existence and I'm ready to be done. But at least I got these little guys I'm painting to help keep me going a little bit. And I'm almost done base coating them all. Like I said, I'm going to do these last because they're going to be a pain, but all the rest of these are pretty much base coated and ready except for the last half dozen. And from there, I'm just going to kind of keep kicking it and see what I can do. But anyways, man, thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you can help share this idea, it'd mean a lot to me. Take care. Have a great day.